Well, well, well. Fancy meeting you here, right next to the pond. We're able to top it off now already in early March. And the weather is so nice, it puts us in the mood to get out in the yard and do something. And we worked on this back in December, I think it was. If you'll remember, I had to dig up a tile that was in the backyard right behind our pond, and that tile was causing the pond to leak. So we dug it all up, removed the tile, and made a huge mess of our newly seeded lawn. Well, now we've got a chance that we can start healing this up and hopefully get grass growing again before spring or for the heart of the summer. We really hope to be able to mow this again. And right now I'm going to get stuff out and see if we can get this looking a little bit better than it currently does. It's a beautiful day for it.
Dig Drive DIY!
So that trench has settled pretty nicely over the winter, and we had a good freeze-thaw cycle. It's settled way down in there, but I want to compact it some more. So my goal is to start with a backhoe, drive up and down the trench, smash it down as much as I can, and then we'll filter dirt in on top. Haven't had this running in quite a while. A few weeks. One thing I do know is this tire leaks down over time, and I bet you if I take the weight off of it, yep, might as well pump that up. I have been anxious to try this thing since I got it, but I haven't tried it yet. You're supposed to be able to just set your pressure that you want and just kind of let it do its thing. It'll shut off when it gets there. So that'll be nice, especially like when the backhoe's warming up. I can just have this pumping that tire up. It never goes flat right next to an air compressor. That's nice that it threads on there. So there's only 4.5 pounds in that tire. Well, that's done. It took it exactly 13 minutes. Tires are both good. While I got started on that, Carrie got started on another project. Looks like we're gonna clean the patio. The raccoons have gotten in the dirt out here, and the deer, and they've been walking around the sidewalk, so we're blowing off a bunch of raccoon tracks. You know, Dave from Sassafras Valley told me I needed to put caulk in those cracks, and I haven't done it. That would be a good enough reason right there. I know that stuff will wash off eventually. We're just getting spring fever, you know. You get a little carried away in the spring. By midsummer, we won't care. We got that all done, but she's moving on to other things, so I'm gonna go work on my trench. Start out the day all ambitious and full of energy, ready to take on every project that you've been waiting to do all winter. And then after about 2 or 3 hours, you realize not enough time in the day. Story of my life. Man, that went down a lot. That's good. Packing her in there a little bit tighter. And this is what happens over winter. So this is what the freezing and thawing will do. It does a nice job of getting this dirt all broken up. This is topsoil right here, and this looks nice. All right, I'm gonna get the other side done over there on that side of the pond, and then we'll start filling her back in. Okay, to save myself a little work, I'm gonna do part of this backfilling with the backhoe out here in the field where it really doesn't matter too much. And then the stuff in the yard, I will use the 755 just to kind of lighten the impact it's gonna have on the grass. So my goal is to get this trench filled back in, tamp it down some more with a backhoe, smash it down as much as I can, and that will hopefully keep it from settling a whole bunch. Like if you would just leave it be on its own, it would settle down eventually, but by driving on it and packing it in, that kind of accelerates that. Hopefully they'll be able to farm across this out in the field this spring, no problem, and hopefully we can get the yard seeded up, but it'll still settle regardless. All these trenches will settle, but hopefully not so bad that we can't keep up with it. All right, this side is getting close enough now that I can use smaller equipment like the 755, maybe the grater box behind Bruno or something like that. It's getting close. It's packing in there nice. A good sign is when you don't have mounds of dirt left over, because that means most of the dirt is going back into the trenches that you had. And right now, I don't have a lot of leftover dirt. There's a little bit of extra dirt in the field right there I can see mounded up, but for the most part it's all getting pretty close to grade because I can see the original grass poking through. You can see there's original grass there. That just means that most of the dirt is going back in the trench, which is a good thing. Penny's out here eating all the deer poop. This was all just compacted down. They may have helped compact it actually. The deer were all over this place. What do you think, Penny? What's going on? Hey, you're a sniffing fool, aren't you? Sniffy, sniff, sniff, sniff. Okay, let's tackle this other side. I'm trying to just work on the trench, not rut up the rest of the grass here. So let's get 755. It hasn't been out yet this spring. I keep saying spring. It's literally March 3rd. It should still probably be winter, but can't resist. This hasn't started in quite some time, so be interesting to see if it does start. Glow plugs, check. 2,800 hours. This tractor's 30 years old. New one ain't got nothing on 755. There we go. Look at that truck. I never get tired of looking at it. First thing I need to do is get the dirt moved around to where it needs to be. But there's too much dirt up here towards me and not enough down there towards the wood pile. So I'm going to take a little bit at a time off this windrow. Try not to scrape too much of the grass up. You learn to drive the golf cart?
Yeah.
What do you think?
You're doing pretty well. It's fun.
Are you going to be a great driver?
Yeah.
Here. Looks pretty good. All right, that is starting to look pretty good. I got that all leveled up. It needs to dry. A lot of that was wet underneath, understandably so. This here is shaping up pretty good. Same thing, kind of got it packed in. There's a few spots that are high, you can see here. But as this dries out, it'll crumb up a little bit better. I can get in now with a grater box and kind of fine tune it, get it dressed up really nice. I don't think this is going to look too bad this spring. You know, I was really upset when I had to cut this tile out of here and ruin the yard, but actually when you stand back there from up at the garage, you can't even hardly tell. And from up here, it doesn't even look bad. Can't even tell I had to dig it up. So that suits me for now. That's actually going to wrap up what I've got to do today. We're running out of time, but we're at a good stopping point. I'll come back with the grater box and really polish it up, see what it looks like. Maybe I ought to seed it. Oh no, we'll see. Wow, can you believe it's been nearly a month since I shot that part of the video, backfilling with the backhoe and the 755? But it's settled out nicely. It's been rained on several times. I can tell where there's low areas, and well, now it's time to get Bruno back in action. Actually, if you're watching this, you saw me use Bruno last week to do some spreading and some gypsum, and well, I'm going to keep him busy. Some people ask why I would choose the 5-foot grater box that's homemade over the Northwoods Manufacturing 6-foot grater box that I got that I pull with the bigger tractors. And for today's application, I'm working in a narrow space. I want to be able to turn around real short and tight, and so I've chosen this box to use rather than the bigger 6-footer. There's applications for both. So here's what this looks like now. And if you watched last week, you saw me spread some bio lime on this area right here. Well, here's a little YouTube behind the scenes magic. I just did that like 20 minutes ago. So I wanted to put a little bit down on this. Now I'm going to try to get it shaped up and looking good and get it seeded before we have to leave. I might have to get a little bit of dirt. You know, I think it's got a little bit of a belly in it. That's a good sign that that won't settle a lot if I need dirt. Having the turning brakes makes all the difference when I'm trying to turn in these tight quarters. When Bruno here was Brutus and based on a 316 tractor, we only had single rear brakes. And that's one thing I missed. That's why I changed to a 318. With dual brakes, you can turn on a dime. Okay, let's do the other side. That's actually not looking too bad. I'm going to hook up the seeder. I got a little Brindley pull type seeder drop spreader that might work good for this. See if we can get a little grass seed down and maybe it'll grow. I tried to do this last night, but I didn't have any grass seed, so I had to go over to my brother's and steal some. But now I've got some seed. Let's go get this done. I got to get all this cleaned up soon. That's all going across the road. Oh, I got to get that picked up too. give her a whirl. That's probably way too much seed, but I'll dip it out of there if we don't use it. I do really like the spikes. That drives the flapper on the inside, and that really helps to kind of break up some loose soil. See the grass seeds there? It's not super thick, but I'd rather go, you know, I'll get everything covered once. There's all dog fence wire. Need to get that fixed for the new doggy. The Brindley spreader isn't perfect, but it's a lot better than nothing. It's not too bad when you got a little situation like this, and the spikes make all the difference. You got to have that seed to soil contact. But it'll be interesting to see what this does. I mean, this was kind of a pre-spring project, and I'm hopeful that it takes, but in 2 weeks we might know something a little bit more. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope that you liked it. Now we're headed out to Southern Ohio. We're going to visit Cairn Creek. Talk to Jeremy there in Southern Ohio. I got a log I want to see if he can cut up into boards for me. Then we're going to head on down to Orlando to visit Harry Potter and all the wizards. So maybe we'll see you down there. In the meantime, take care.